What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Dirty Boots. So, we did one of these Mountain House meals a week or so ago, and it was 2019 of its Best By expiration date. Since then, I ended up looking at a few of the other flavors of these meals that I had, and I ended up pulling one out that is Best By, or Best Used by April 2018. We're in June of 2025, putting these ones over 7 years past its Best By date. So, this one here is lasagna and meat sauce. Freeze-dried meal, lasagna and meat sauce. And let's see if I can get this to show. Come on, focus. There we go. Best used by April 2018. So, I'm going to make this up here and see what happens. It says to add boiling water, which I have some pretty close to boiling water sitting right here next to me. This says, let stand for 8 to 9 minutes. So we're going to open this up, add in our boiling water. I got to take out our, oh perfect, right here at the top. The little oxygen absorber pack. Ooh, that smells really good, actually. It's got a bunch of seasonings and noodles and a bunch of meat, little dehydrated meat chunks in it. It's actually pretty full. So I'm going to add right over here, I got 2 cups of it was boiling just a second ago, so it's pretty close to boiling. Try to add this without spilling it. There we go. Okay, so there's that. Seal it up. Got that sealing, or I got it sealed with 2 cups of boiling water. And it says to let it sit for 8 to 9 minutes, stir and serve. Took out the oxygen pack, so yeah, we're good to go there. So I'm going to let this sit for 8 or 9 minutes, and I'll touch back here in a few minutes with you guys, and we're going to dig into this, pour it out into a bowl like we did on the last one, and see how see how lasagna with meat sauce is. That is 7 years, over 7 years past its Best By date. I'm not worried about it being expired too much, but it'll be kind of cool to see how it actually is for flavor. The last one that was 2019 of its Best By date was the chicken and rice, and it wasn't bad at all. I enjoyed it. It was tasty. Added some hot sauce and it was real good. So we'll see how this one is. And I'll touch back here in a few minutes when this one's at its 8 or 9 minute mark. Cool. Thanks. Alright, so it's been about 8, 9 minutes now. Pretty much right on time. Ooh, smells good. It's very, very liquidy and runny though. Oh my goodness, there is so much liquid in here. It's literally just like a lasagna soup. I'm gonna stir it up here, see if anything can absorb some of this, because this is very, 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 very liquidy. Oh my goodness. It's hot, but it's literally like a lasagna soup. There is so much liquid in here. But it's all stirred up nicely, so I'm going to pour it out into this bowl. But look at it when I pour it out. Hopefully you can see it. It's just a soup. A little bit more. Yeah, I don't know if you can see how liquidy it is. It's very, very, very much like a ravioli kind of soup where it's just got a lot of sauce content to it. Not like a lasagna that would come out of a pan. It smells really good though. I give the smell pretty top notch for coming out of a bag and not out of an oven. And if I was to be smelling this without looking at it, I would say that someone just pulled the lasagna out of an oven. Yeah, it smells cheesy. It smells like a regular lasagna, but it's just so liquidy here out of the bag. But we're gonna give it a try. Cheers. It's hot. That's pretty good. It's pretty much like a lasagna soup because there's a normal lasagna, you kind of chew it more so than this. It's more of a, this here is really like a soup. Yeah, I did 2 cups of water just like I'd asked for. The chicken and rice one that I did a couple weeks back, 2 weeks back, it seemed like it had a little bit too much liquid in it too at first, but then after it sat in my bowl here for a little bit, it kind of thickened up a little bit. But this here is just so liquidy that I wonder if I could go and do like 1.5 cups of water. And I wonder if it would have enough fluid to rehydrate everything, but without leaving it so just soup consistency. I don't mind it being a soup consistency, but not really what I'm after here for a lasagna kind of meal. Everything's definitely hydrated though. All the meat's tender. There's no dryness to the noodles. It doesn't taste stale or old, but there isn't a ton of flavor. There's flavor. Like you can get the difference, kind of like a little bit of a cheese taste to it. The noodles have their own noodle flavor. There's stewed tomatoes in it. The meat's all, everything's all completely hydrated. There's no dryness to it by any means. Like everything's hydrated all the way through. And opening it up when it was dry before I added the water, there was a lot of whatever taco seasonings or whatever kind of seasoning packet they added to it in the pouch. But eating it now that it's made, it's got flavor, but not seasoning flavor, really, as much as I would have expected. I mean, I'm not one that likes a whole lot of salt in my meals. Like, as far as added salt after the meal's already made. But this is one of those things that, surprisingly, I would add a couple sprinkles of salt and definitely some black pepper in this would be really good. But it's not necessary. But if I was to take this backpacking or something like that, knowing how it tastes now and how I'd probably want a little extra flavor out on the trail or something like that, just after a day of hiking or out on a fire line even. I would probably end up going and picking up some salt and pepper packets. But it ain't bad. It ain't bad at all. This has got it's got flavor, but nothing that really, no notes that really just spike out. Everything's kind of, in a way, kind of bland. But for tasting old, stale, anything like that, it doesn't have anything that says that it's 7 years past expiration date. Best by date. I'll bring you in for a little close-up here. So it's got stewed tomatoes. You can see it right there. There, perfect. Got some noodle, little stewed tomato. But you can see how soupy it is. And it's not bad at all. Like, as far as the flavors or anything of the soup, like, since it's kind of a soupy consistency, it's not bad. I'm not going to complain about it at all, about how it's got. I'd rather it have too much fluids in it and it be kind of soupy than me do this and watch dry chunks of noodles or the meat's not all the way saturated through and stuff like that. So this is definitely better being a little over liquidy than if it wasn't and I was crunching dried noodles throughout my meal. But yeah, lasagna with meat sauce. Expiration date, best used by April 2018. So it's 7 years past that. By the flavors of it, by the consistency, by everything that was in here. I mean, you know, limited ingredients, I'd suspect, but nothing in here is popping out as it couldn't last another 5 years, 10 years, possibly. So, meaning, all I mean by that is if you find a case of these for a good price because they're expiring next year, or they possibly already are at their expiration date, don't pass them up. Don't just throw them away because their best by date says a certain day. I'm not just doing these videos to, you know, eat old food and all that, but to really let people know that piece of meat there on the edge. Just to let people know that just because it says its best by date is, you know, past or getting ready to pass, I'm eating this sitting in my, you know, comfy chair here, and I'm not complaining. If I was in a situation where I had to go and boil off my water and add it to one of these because I was literally needing that meal or these calories to survive another day, if it's 5 or 10 years out of date, I'm not going to be worried about that at all. So that being said, if you find some of these and the store or location that you're buying them can't sell them once they're out of date, so they drop the price to get them all liquidated before their best buy date appears or is met, go buy them. Just go get them. Throw them in the shelf. Throw them in the pantry. Throw them in the storeroom. Throw them in the garage. And know that if you forget about them for 5, 7, 10 years, you can still pull them out and they're going to be damn good. So, definitely something I wouldn't pass up if I found another batch of these that are half off or something that are getting ready to expire. I didn't know that these ones were already expired. I knew that they were close when I got them, but apparently, I mean, I haven't had them 7 years, so it explains why I got them for such a good deal, I guess. But look at the best buy date if you're on them when you buy them if you're worried about it. Or don't, just buy them. I got one more flavor of these that I will be doing here in the next week or two. And I want to say that that one was from 2018 as well. So another 7 years past its best by date. I will note that after I ate the last one, I didn't have any stomach problems. I didn't have any bowel movement problems. I didn't have anything like that night, the next day, 2 days later. It didn't. There was no effect. So that was good to know. Someone actually commented about it on the last one, wondering if it messed with my stomach or anything. And it absolutely did not. It was something that I was kind of wondering if it would, because it wasn't, not from the age of it, but just because it's not something that, we eat all the time. It's such a quick, hydrated meal with everything all kind of just packaged and sealed, and it's not our regular diet. So I wasn't sure if it was going to affect with my stomach whatsoever that night. Next day, I wasn't worried about food poisoning or anything, but just in general. And there was no issues with that one. That was the chicken and rice. I will let you know in the next Mountain House meal if this one here, if this lasagna and meat sauce, I will let you know in the next Mountain House video if this one gives me any issues, if it affects me, if I wake up at 2 in the morning shitting my brains out. Unfortunately, you'll know about it. I'll let you know. As of right now, I feel great. I don't have any stomach issues, feeling sick or whatever. I'm gonna finish this whole bowl. Yeah, that's not bad. And honestly, having the extra fluids in here would really benefit with some crackers. If I was to just break some crackers up in here, it would give it some salt flavor, it would give it some texture, and it would also help absorb some of the liquid. So, something to note, that if you do, plan to grab a couple of these to take backpacking or just camping or, out on a trail hike or whatever, maybe throw a packet of crackers in with it and, add that to it, because it would probably add a good little extra to it without adding a bunch of weight, a bunch of liquid hot sauce bottle or whatever. I mean, this here would be pretty good with some hot sauce, but I don't know if I'm going to add any. Just because that Louisiana hot sauce that I'd add to it is so liquidy, and this here is already just, it's definitely a liquid here. If I was eating this again at home, and I was planning to, for whatever reason, some Pico de Gallo's chunky salsa in here. because it would give it a lot of flavor without just a bunch of liquid. But otherwise, I'm going to finish this up. And yeah, no complaints here. Lasagna with meat sauce from Mountain House. Expiration date, best used by April 2018. We're in June of 2025, making this over 7 years out of best by date. And this is definitely something that's not too bad. I could definitely see taking these out on a trail, taking them camping, taking them out, you know, in a lot of different scenarios. I mean, granted, you have to boil water, but you get one of those jet boil cook stoves where it's windproof and safe and all that. You throw that in some of these and some instant coffee in a little ammo box, and you are completely set up to make hot boiling water out of a creek, whatever. You can boil it. If you had coffee in one of these to start your day, or an evening cup of tea in one of these, it could really do some good to bring the mind back right after a day on the trail, day of hiking, just a day of fishing. You go and have your little jet boil and a couple, canteens or liters of water or whatever. One of these, you break this out next to your buddy that's sitting there eating his cold PB&J out of his backpack or his bologna sandwich or something, and you make up one of these, he's gonna smell it and get just overwhelmed by, damn, you just made that here on the lakeside while we're fishing? Like, this here's a hot meal on the go, for sure. So, I'm definitely gonna finish this up. Thanks everyone for all the support. The last week or two has been definitely pretty special to me to see the channel increasing of its views and its subscribers and everything. So please keep it up, because it definitely means a lot to me starting out. And give me a like, give me a subscribe, and leave a comment down below. How do you like these Mountain House meal videos? How do you like the way this channel is going? Leave me some comments of what you would like to see. I have a handful of unboxings to do that I'm waiting just to have the time and everything like that to be able to go into detail of some of them. I just got that tackle box the other day, last week. I'm hoping to go and try that out on a lake, a river, maybe the jetty, and go try it for saltwater. After I did the video of it, I kind of started looking at the tackle a little bit more. I think even a small red-tailed perch or something like that in the ocean would kind of just destroy the tackle to the point where I'd just be breaking my line, and even the hooks in it, to be honest, I don't think that they would hold up for much. So I might have to wait for the river or the lake on that tackle box setup. But either way, when I get the opportunity, I will definitely bring out a video of how to use the tackle that comes in one of those preloaded tackle box kits. But yeah, leave me some comments down below, guys and gals. Let me know what you would like to see. If there's any kind of emergency food products, any kind of rations, any kind of backpacking stoves. Like, if you want to see anything like that you're not sure about, or that you just want to see, get more information, or someone that hasn't used one before to see their exact first time opening it and using that kind of stuff, let me know down below. I'm happy to, extend this channel to, broaden it for other, things, outdoor gear. Do you want to see me doing more chainsaw work? What kind of stuff are we looking at here? Because those comments are definitely inspirational to me, and it's not a negative outlook from me at all to have, some comments to look at that kind of directs me into a direction of a handful more videos, like where else can we go with this? So for right now, I'm going to finish up this soupy lasagna with meat sauce from Mountain House. Date on it was Best Buy April 2018. 7 years old, still tasty as hell. Thanks everyone for watching. This is Dirty Boots. We're out.